were going live. People were going. Sorry, not.
People are
not at
posting
the
live.
mall.
Like people will take pictures and videos and post
them later.
Wait.
No, during inauguration they were
Not
doing
during.
Not during.
No,
No,
can't.
that time
No,
during
no,
the no.
Okay.
Trust me, V2 signal dead. There's nothing. About like the before 1948, just because they have all that, they have the history. So he was trying to get that. He was told to come after 10 years.
Yes.
He
That was
went.
very weird.
He went after 10 years. He was told
Come
come back
back
another
after
10.
10 years.
Come back after 10
Yep.
years.
And this is
this story now, what means
So it takes 10 years to declassify, according to them, or
he was told to come back after 10 years. So the first 10 years elapsed.
He came
back. He was told
come back
after another
fresh
10 years.
okay. So is this information that's supposed to be declassified? Is that what it is?
It's classified information. It's classified
Okay.
information, but now it's
with the freedom of
Israeli.
information, you should get it.
So
Quote unquote.
I don't know about
yeah.
I don't know about the freedom of information
On their
law in
side.
Israel.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
We
I
don't know,
about that.
but it's information that it's information that you probably could get, like if it's available, from the foundation of the foundation of Israel, the founders, maybe Ben Gurion stuff, it's just information, the cleansing or the how the systematic way in which people were, because it's their communiques. There's information that you can get. Like, okay, a message has been sent, whatever it is, whatever they used to use back in the day, the equivalent of an email back in the day in Atumwa. Okay, you guys go out. This is what you're going to strategize. This is what you're going to go about.
Cables,
stuff like that. That information, I'm sure, is somewhere.
It's somewhere. And it's locked up.
Yeah, it's locked up.
Yeah.
So now, so what was happening was in that documentary, it's people who were alive at that time who are narrating what happened. Yeah, it's not. So it's oral history, not second or third or fourth, first person.
Yeah, from a primary source.
Yeah. What happened was we were sleeping, we came, we went, we were fukuzwad, we went to the bush, we went into a camp, we were there for whatever, we couldn't even get whatever. And remember the gentleman who was supposed to be the UN guy, I think he was Swedish.
Yes.
Somebody. He was Malizwad. He was attacked. Anyway, I'm divulging too much information from the whatever.
Let me read the comments, because I think we've changed topics, and
I'm hoping the person who wanted to see my mug is happy now.
Please communicate. We're glad to see you. I'll say that. Pablo says, I think people don't research, and worst of all, don't question. Half-truths and misinformation travels faster than the truth when we're talking about Kenya and how Kenya perceive people. Look at even Kenyan newspapers. They feed off X, formerly Twitter, and don't take time to verify information.
Please. You're going to trigger Ali.
Okay.
You're triggering Ali.
I'm just reading comments.
Yeah, let's let that go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's when can the camera please face one mic at the time? That's when that came. And then Slay says double standards. DJ Tucha responds to Pablo and says, we beginning to be a nation that only listens to the blogs and gutter press. They will quote BNN and Nairobi gossip as valid news sources. Drew Kimani says, controlled narrative example is X pulling down hashtag letter to America. Now we're back to shadow banning. Then Pablo says, I agree. I've seen them quote some media sources that I would classify as gutter press and just plain untruths. They do that in the rush to post breaking news, only for them to quietly put them down if put to task to explain. So Mika can find the Gazette notice when Nakuru became a city. People are not letting that go. Pablo says the machine language fed on these AI platforms is controlled by the same people who created them. They get to decide what gets shared and what doesn't. While AI is smart, AI is also controlling and can skew information however way the model language is based. Then Pablo still says, totally second early on the issue of journalists going into Gaza with the idea of Israel wants to control the narrative and is coming out of Gaza. Unfortunately, to just show the world Israel's side of the story. Mainstream media is NWO. What does that mean? Truth to social...
New World Order.
Okay. Truth to social issues is interest, power, and follow the money sources. Slice is smoke signal. I don't know what we're referring to there. Then journalists being barred from reporting on this. Does this not infringe on freedom of information and mass speech? Freedoms and rights were human treaties fallacy or facade. The weak will always be controlled.
So
that's grisly.
Yes. So again, like this is one of those topics that we are going to keep talking about. It's a fluid situation. We don't know what's going to happen there. But a lot of censorship is happening. When I was in the protest in DC, that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The first thing that I noticed was that all live streaming was blocked by all the Meta platforms, because all the people that were around were trying to stream live, not working. Then at some point, they cut off all the phones.
Yeah.
So there was no phone communication. There were like more than 300,000 people.
But can I say something? Where were you guys at?
Freedom Plaza in DC.
Oh, I'm only saying that because when I go for the fireworks, you can't stream that either.
So it wasn't only streaming. You could not text.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't use your phone. Your phone is, you can only record, but you cannot communicate.
You could not call. You could not. Now here's the interesting thing. We had people who went down just a few blocks away.
Yeah.
And then they could do it.
Yeah, because it's because the signals are
congested.
It's congested.
Yes.
What Ruth
I
is saying,
think
I go to a lot of events in DC where there's a lot of people congregated.
Yes.
It's just congested.
But
You
but
can't
here's the
use
interesting
it.
thing.
Do you know why they do that? It's quite simple. It's part of protecting of the city. They can actually cut down the service. What Ali is saying is true. And the reason they do that is because if, let's say, for example, like during an inauguration or the president is outside or one of the leaders, in case you want to use your phone to activate a bomb you have in your bag or a bomb that is in your car and everything, it will not be able. So they can control the signal.
So
if
the
they
signal,
want to control things,
Yeah.
if you're many people going for fireworks, that's a terrorist target.
So
They're going to shut down the thing. So,
But what I'm
so
trying
they
to
see
say,
if they see a protest and they don't want you to broadcast that protest, they can still use the same technology to shut down the internet connectivity. The thing is, as long as there's no radio signal, it's not going to work. So it's something that can be used during protection of people, and it's something that they can use it, like for example during the protest. I'll give you an example. When they were doing a march for Israel, people were live.
Yes, the March for Israel people are live, and even during presidential inaugurations, maybe someone might say March for Israel. Maybe there are not as many as the Palestinian march, but during presidential inaugurations, like when we went for Obama's inauguration, people were going live. People were going. Sorry, not.
People are
not at
posting
the
live.
mall.
Like people will take pictures and videos and post
them later.
Wait.
No, during inauguration. They were
Not
doing
during.
Not during.
No,
inauguration.
you can't.
That time
No,
during
no,
the
not
no.
Okay.
Trust me, V2 signal is dead. There's nothing.
Can I say something? Can I ask a question, Mika,
Yes.
and the panel? Is it possible that yes, governments have the ability to slow down radio signals and stuff, and so we can't use our phones for security
They
purposes?
have the ability to shut down.
Yes.
radio
Okay,
signals
so
if
I'm
the
saying
phones will not work.
that's true. Now, is it also possible that where there's a congestion of people, that the signals might be so congested that they're weak? It really can't communicate. You can't transmit.
because the thing is this: if if the radio signal in that area can support 1 million people, it doesn't matter where those 1 million people are. As long as that antenna can support signal to support 1 million phones, even if you put those 1 million phones in one room, they will work.
So my question is that true in DC downtown, especially around the mall, that the signals that can support the people?
In DC downtown, when you don't have signals, they shut it down for
Yes.
security purposes.
The reason why I say it was jammed is because, if it's signal issues, it's not gonna, because it happened like right at the same moment for most people. Different networks, Verizon, AT&T, Mint, Boost Mobile, whatever people are using. And it kind of happened like instantly because people who got there early had started live streaming. But I think as they saw the crowds gathering, I think they figured out, because you had people with all this wearing all these arafats kama hii yangu hii Pablo alikuwa anauliza, vile nyinyi mnavaa sisal skirts, si watu navaa hizi hapa. Pablo alikuwa anauliza kama hii ni dera.
Where did
no, it's just an example, just a random.